Drivers and bicyclists don't always like to share the road. Well, the city of New Haven is now asking drivers to do something to make the roads a bit safer for those cyclists. News 8's Ken Pierce live in New Haven this midday with that story. Ken.
And Keith, we're along Orange Street here where they've got a bike lane painted on the ground here. But what were to happen if one of those cars parked along the road was to open its door? Well, the bicyclist would run right into it. It could happen anywhere in Connecticut, but here in this neighborhood in New Haven, the city's been putting flyers on people's windshields telling them how to avoid that situation. Lots of people get around New Haven by bicycle, and lots of them have stories about a time their bike ride came to a sudden stop thanks to one of these, a car door flying open in their path.
On House Street, I was riding down the street one day, and the person didn't even look out of the mirror to see if any cars was coming or anything. And what happened was when she opened the door, I wound up running into the window and caught under my ribs, and it knocked me off the bike.
What he's describing is called getting doored. New Haven is trying out a new campaign to try to stop these doorings from happening. The key is to change drivers' habits. Here's what we're talking about. Let's say I've just parallel parked on a street in New Haven. I can take my left hand and open up the driver's door, never having looked to see if there was a bicycle coming by. So here's what the city of New Haven would like you to do instead. They want you to use your right hand and use that to open the driver's side door, which naturally turns your body so you're looking at the mirror and looking in this direction so you can see if anybody is coming.
Yeah, it should be that way because a lot of times, like you said too, you could be riding the bicycle down the road. People do open up the bike or the car doors with the left hand, and people do run into it because of the person that was driving the car not paying attention to who may have been coming up the road.
On some freshly paved downtown streets, there's a bike lane drawn in that may have just enough room to avoid car doors. Most cyclists say the city is into pedal power.
As far as drivers, no. But there's a lot of us people that ride bicycles in the city, a lot of us, but the drivers don't pay much mind to us. They really don't.
That maneuver of reaching over with your right hand like that, it's called the Amsterdam, because in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, there are a lot of bicycles, and that's what drivers have been trained to do, because it's very bad news if you hit a bicyclist over there. They're highly protected by the law. Will it catch on here? Well, try it out and see. Live in New Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.